Just do a quick little audio check. Can everyone hear me okay? All right, good. Just give me a second. Let me just get a little organized here. All right, good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Hopefully everybody, pretty exciting day we had on Monday. We sure did. I mean, what we had going on? Basically, a couple of nice little interesting stocks and made some nice little pops, work and all them. So, but now we're back to a brand new day on Tuesday. Remember, what everything we traded yesterday, that's the past. Now we got to work on the future. And then a couple of nice little moving stocks. Market. Listen, I told you guys before, when we started trading that, every morning I post up these Instagrams and these YouTube videos and stuff like that. Just please subscribe to us. Click on the bottom, subscribe to us. You'll be able to get those alerts early in the morning. I know we have new people that want to know if this is for them or not. Listen, we're stuck and confined to our houses. This is the virus is, hopefully it's going to end sooner than later. And there's a lot of people out of work right now and don't know what to do. And like I keep saying, they're all worried about the stimulus check. Listen, they can keep their stimulus check, because for us as traders, you're making so much more money doing this than worrying about, paying the bills, because, who wants to work for somebody? This is the greatest job in the world. So let's kind of focus on doing stuff like that. But there are a couple of stocks I do want to touch upon. And hold on, let me just share my screen. 1 second here. All right. So just bring up one of the big winners that we had yesterday. And there we are. There's the stock work. So everybody remembers the stock WRX. That was the big winner. And, this stock was up, I don't know, early mornings. Let me just change the slide. Let me just change the layout a little bit better over here. But actually, it'll go a little bit further than that. But this stock in pre-market just literally went from $6 all the way to $14. Huge winner. And I got some great feedback on people like, wow, where do you find these stocks? Listen, this is what we do as day traders. We find stocks like this, WRX. But then it's funny. I got a couple of people emailed me this morning like, well, why don't you tell me earlier? And why is the stock down 15% now? Listen, the difference is we're day traders. Okay. And day traders, we just basically trade for the day. We make our day's pay. We scalp the market, and that's it. But you know what? We didn't have to make 6 to 14. If we made 9 to 10, 11 to 1150, 1,000 shares, it's a hell of a lot cheaper than trading Tesla. But anyway, that was actually a pretty good stock right there. There are a couple of stocks, Ken, and we're going to check them out. But like I told you, let me just go over some of the stocks we did trade yesterday. Obviously, and then we'll go through some of the stocks that are moving this morning. But this was also a really good one. ICD was also another really, really nice mover. I mean, look at this stock right here. Beautiful stock. $7, ran to 14. Another, was that 100% mover in the course of the day? I mean, where do you find these stocks like this? Right here is what we do. And then was the CODX. That was another one. I'm actually putting that back on my watch list, the CODX. That one right there. Look at that one. 8 and going right into the close. Thing popped to a 10. I mean, just great movers. Now, I know some people are always asking about the brand name stocks. So let me tell you something. AMD, I lost money on AMD yesterday and they shook me out. And the reason why is I'm glad that I got out of it, because why go out there risk $51 stock? I mean, yeah, granted, if you held it overnight, it's at 52, but who cares? The CODX, I said, you know what? That thing was, AMD was making these like 10, 15 cent shakes. Within a minute, you're already down like 200. You know what I mean? Like, and who wants to do that? And at the risk $50,000, I would have traded CODX going into the close. So that one actually did pretty well. And there were a couple other ones that did well also. ICD, I think we just mentioned, that one did really well. SM, that one did pretty good in the morning. That went from $1.80 to $2.40. Looked like it's a little bit of a gap fill right here. So a lot of energy stocks are doing pretty well. Now, I also posted a picture on on my Instagram, and I thought it was a really cool photo regarding about they had pictures of all the images of all the earnings. Big earnings week. Big earnings week going on this week with all the banks. And personally, I think the bank's going to be fine. The bank's actually going to probably profit and benefit from this. I was told that they're going to get 5%, 5% commission on doing all these PPP programs, 5%. And not only that, the accounting firms are getting paid for it. So listen, there's going to be a lot of money. Now, granted, you're probably looking at it. Oh, here we go again. Here we go again. The banks are making all the money. Listen, who cares, right? We don't care. We're just here to make money, and that's really what matters. So let's go out there and and just trade what we're doing and look at what's going on moving in the market. Now, there are a couple of stocks that are moving this morning I want to touch upon that are moving pretty nicely. Let's talk about the one I just posted up recently, SONN. This thing, listen, take the money and run, guys. Take the money and run. If you were here, I start trading at 7:45. Okay. And now we're starting to get everyone to start to show up now. And that's okay. I know some of you guys are West Coast and you're all the way out east, but that's okay. I mean, we don't have to worry about that. But when it comes down to it, this really was the big mover in pre-market. And then she started flatlining here. And then now she's starting to back off. So I'm not a fan as much as I was, but you remember the stock SONN. This thing ran from 10 to 50. So, fasten your seatbelts. It might be backing off now, but you remember this stock. We trade this. Go back to your journals, the way we train you here in the classes. See how you traded it. I'm telling you, it's not for everybody, but she's definitely looking pretty good, up 100% so far. All right. Who else brought up? One of you just brought up a stock right there. I just missed off the blink of my eyes. But NK is also doing pretty nice. That one also we found this morning, 350 to 550. Stock's up 45%. Here's another stock, went from like $3 to $10. We know this stock very well. Go back to your journals. Listen, inexpensive stock, $4.50. A lot of us can afford it. I had a student just yesterday. I was just talking to him, and he's like, Fausto, I'm worried about, the day trading rule and this and that. I'm like, listen, you're not trading Tesla. You're not trading Tesla. You want to trade Tesla? Of course you can. That's why people get suckered in. And, oops, that's the wrong Tesla. When people did that? Made that mistake. They, like, oh my God, it's like almost the same symbol. It's TSLA. I mean, yeah, you know what? Stock's up great today. It's up 7%. The stock was down to 300, but I don't care where it is. So went 300, 600. You know what? There's a lot of other stocks out there that we do, we trade also. Less risk, more reward. But don't worry about it. That's what we're only here to make money, and that's the ultimate goal. NBEV, what's going on with all these pot stocks? If people start getting high again? NBEV gapped up also this morning. New Bev, there you go, right there, up 12%, 230,000 shares are trading pre-market. If you look here on the right-hand side, which is what you all know, we look at the matrix. We look at level 3 right here, which is what we call it here at Cyber Trading. And a lot of nice little orders, nice little big block orders. Stock trades some really good volume. So liquidity is not a problem. Tier size is not a problem. This is a nice little level 1 stock. NURO, another one that made my watch list this morning too. This one's up 21%. Nice little inexpensive stock. Spread's a little big. It's a little big, but you know what? It's gapping up a little nicely right now. It's up at 229. It's trading right around here. It's got some resistance levels, probably right below around 260. It could probably test there, so there's still a lot of room there for movement. EROS, another one right there. Look at that, guys. What do you see on this one? Fausto flag. Look at that bad boy right there from 9 and 10 o'clock. You can't get a prettier Fausto flag than that. We all know what happens when we bump into one of those. It happened pretty good with us yesterday with a couple of stocks. GME, another one, gapped up. GameStop. Who would ever think that GameStop is still in business? I used to go to all the time with my kids and everybody's buying online, but you know what? GameStop 3 to 5. Stock is obviously making a big comeback. What the hell is that all about? But you know what? She's doing pretty nice. Once again, beautiful Fausto flag right there. 520, 590. She just backed off a little bit. Got a good spread. Listen, not a swing trade. My concern is this. We filled in the gap right here, and that's what the big thing was. But now we're running around right around here. So we're in uncharted territories where the stock can go as high as 6. So the stock is doing pretty good. Not the greatest orders out there. I'm not seeing a lot of iceberg orders out there, but there are a couple of here and there. 100 shares. Obviously, we don't take those guys seriously. Those are a bunch of rookies or whatever. But you got a 4,800 share buyer right here, kind of making that support levels right there. So that's a pretty good sign. All right. Now, another big thing that's moving too is that's coming across my radar is all these whatchamacallit, cruise stocks. The cruise stocks are moving this morning. So remember, market's up. Got a nice little gap up right now, but the market's up, and looks like all these cruise stocks are going up pretty nicely now. Listen, I mean, this is a day trader's dream. Okay, 50 down to 9, right? Goes to 20, comes back to 9, right? Now it's going back up to 12. So now it's right down the middle. You got to know how to play this game, guys. Remember, day traders are not trying to hit home runs. If you are, you're going to strike out more than you hit. You got to focus on those little bits and pieces there. It's just you got some good volatility moving. They're moving pretty nicely today, and you know what? Up 10%. That's a lot for that stock, and also a couple other ones. Royal Caribbean's moving pretty nicely too. That one you could see it's got pre-market 8 o'clock this morning was at 35, went to 36. Once again, I'm still a fan of the more inexpensive. I'm still a big fan of a stock like MEIP and SONN. But you know what? We got people that want some brand names. We've been trading it. Listen, you guys been here for a while, and you all know this. Yeah, Bonnie. And then you got the CCL too. I don't want to forget that one too, regarding, that's Carnival Cruise Lines. But you just got to be careful with these stocks. They got some nasty shakes, and when you got these shakes in these stocks, you got to be really, really careful, because with these shakes, these stocks, it's all about less risk, more reward. So be careful of those shakes. But going back to the WORX, this is why we take the money and run. You always say, and it's funny, I love you guys when you put that in the chat room. Fausto always says, take the money and run, right? And you know what? Sometimes you guys remind me that too. And they're like, damn, should I hold in a stock? And you say, Fausto, you say it, take the money and run. And you know what? You're right. So that one works out pretty good too. I kind of like that. So it's all about being a team in the cyber group room. All right, guys. Yeah, Grant Lita just called out the AIKI. Yeah, great call right there. Gorgeous call. Look at that. That is what we trade for. Beautiful. Hope you got it at a good price, Lita. That was a nice move right there. Up 116%. Look at that one. And you know what? This stock went from 60 all the way to $150. So we all know what this stock means. Short squeeze. Short squeeze. All right? Look at those orders out there. Thousands, tens of thousands of orders out there on the bid and offer. So the stock will be fun to kind of trade. But great call right there. All right, guys. So before we go, there's your watch list. I'm going to share it in. If you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook, if you want to know more about CyberTrading University, you want to sign up for one of our trials, we just posted a link up in the YouTube channel right there. For some of you watching this live, feel free to click on it and get to join us and see what it's like to trade in real market hours. Also, to make a quick little announcement before we go, we got a really big event that's coming up. Don't forget, we got the Cyber Expo. It's coming up Thursday, 12 to 4. Don't miss it. Steve Brooks, Bo Yoyer, good friend of mine, old friend of mine, great trader. Steve Bigelow of Candlestick Forum, and then myself. So just feel free to go there, register. We'll send a link out. And listen, being a good trader, let me just explain something to you. It's not about, finding one person, that's it. You got to listen to multiple people, and you just learn a little bit from everybody. And I'm going to constantly keep stressing that. To be a good trader, you have to learn from everyone. And you're going to like some, you're going to hate some. You're going to learn something. I can tell you this, though. You're going to learn something. So listen, we do these events every week. We do it not because, we're doing it for as a benefit. We want to do to benefit you, because we hate seeing people lose money. There's no reason for it other than ignorance. And you see people out there, they don't know what they're doing. They try to pretend. They watch these videos, or they read these books. Well, guess what? These guys wrote the books. Now you get to ask them questions face one-on-one. So don't lose this opportunity, guys, because we do these events, and it's a lot of work for us to make these events for you, to get to prepare for them and everything else. So I expect you all guys to be there. All right, guys. Good luck, everybody. Happy trading, and we'll see you on the trading room. By the way, great call, Lita, on the AIKEI. Hope you're killing it on that one. Good luck, everybody. See you on the trading room. We'll start commentating in about 15 minutes when the market opens up.